What's up? It's your boy, I know Marcy, the Mad Hatter, here to talk about the new Captain Marvel trailer that just dropped today. And honestly, it's kind of underwhelming. I mean, well, it wasn't bad or anything like that. It didn't really get you as hyped as some of the other Marvel trailers or any really superhero trailer that came out in the last year. I mean, I was more excited about Aquaman than this, and that's like the hell. But I mean, I guess there wasn't really anything wrong with it in any major way. It's just, oh, okay. So, trailer starts out with Carol Danvers falling from the sky and landing in a blockbuster video. So, just kind of heads up that yeah, this is going to be taking place in the 90s. So Carol's been around for a while, I guess. We actually see Samuel L. Jackson or Nick Fury younger before he lost his eye, he still had hair and everything like that. And it's just kind of him and Carol just kind of going through stuff. Not a lot of story going on right now. We get the basic idea of who this version of Carol Danvers is, and I think that's always been kind of a big question, how they're going to handle Captain Marvel in this universe when there hasn't been a Captain Marvel before, because, in the comics, Carol Danvers was the love interest and sidekick of the original Captain Marvel, Mar-Vell, who was a Kree scientist or a soldier or something like that, I'm not entirely sure. But he came to Earth, he was a superhero for a while, Carol was his not his sidekick, like, they were a thing, and she helped him out with stuff, I guess. Like, I never read the original Captain Marvel comics. I barely read the modern Captain Marvel comics. So I don't know a lot about this character, but like I read some stuff with her, but not a lot. But in this version, it seems like she grew up on Earth. She joined the Air Force, and then somehow she was abducted by the Kree and taken to the Kree homeworld and trained as a soldier there. And the way she got her powers in the comics was she was injected with Kree DNA, and that's where she got her power absorption powers and everything like that. It seems like they're doing something similar to that, but it seems like the Kree purposely abducted her and did the experiments that gave her powers and put her on a Kree military force. But it also seems to wipe her memories of being on Earth, because she has flashes of being on Earth that she doesn't actually remember being here. Or being born here. And Mar-Vell is in this movie. He's played by Jude Law, so I'm curious what his role in the whole thing is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be like mentor, mentee relationship, kind of like Sinestro and Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern movie. There's going to be a lot of people comparing this to the Green Lantern movie. Hopefully this turns out better than that, but I kind of liked the Green Lantern movie. It wasn't great, but I don't think it was as bad as people say it was. So it seems like the main threat in this movie is going to be the Skrull, which is actually kind of cool, because we've never actually seen the Skrull before, which is odd. Like, a lot of people actually thought that the first Avengers, the invading force was going to be the Skrull, and shooting the Chitauri, honestly, I think it was better because it was more straightforward. With the Skrull, you have to deal with the fact that they can turn into anyone. So there's that whole They Live vibe to it. I think that would have been a bit too much for the first Avengers movie. But here, considering it's only focused on one hero, I think it's better. I think they might be trying to implement some of the stuff from the Secret Wars storyline into this, because there's one scene where Carol actually punches an old lady. So like you can assume that she either was a Skrull or Carol thought she was a Skrull. Which it's hilarious either way, but still. We'll see Coulson a little bit, a younger Coulson, and that's about it. Like I said, there's not a lot here, and there's honestly not a lot to get hyped about, especially since the woman they have playing Carol, Brie Larson, she. I know her from stuff. I've seen her in stuff, I just don't remember that much about her, which I think is a detriment, because she didn't really bring a lot to this. And I know it's just a trailer, we don't really have a good idea of how she's gonna play Carol, but like I think a lot of people have kind of latched onto the fact that she seems kind of wooden and bland. Like there's not a lot of emotion going on with her. It's just like she kind of has the same expression throughout the entire trailer, and like there's not a lot going on with that. Like she's and like from what I have read and what I have seen of Carol, I know that she's very expressive and she's very like not jokey. Well, she can make some jokes. It's not like Spider-Man level jokey or anything like that. She has a good sense of humor. She doesn't take things too seriously unless it's like she's on a mission and she's laser fucking focused. So like I'm not really sure where they're going with this. Like I can kind of guess that they're going for a more like she was abducted by the Kree, and the Kree are kind of... I'm not really sure what the Kree are like. I mean, we saw them in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, but personally, I couldn't really get a good beat on them there. And I don't really remember what they're like that much in the comics either. Like, I want to say they're kind of Vulcanish, but I'm not sure if that's true. But, that might be where they're going with this, and having her be kind of emotionless as part of her preconditioning, I guess. Like, if that's true, then... I mean, I guess you can get away with that, with having the main hero be kind of wooden, if the characters surrounding her are more lively and animated. And we know for a fact that Nick Fury and Coulson are going to be in this, so you already have two fairly big personalities there working off her. So I don't know. We don't really know anything about Marv Bale other than Jude Law's playing him, and like we see him in one shot, and that's about it. We don't really know what the overarching story is going to be. We know that Carol is on Earth, presumably to hunt down Skrull. But, that's it. Like I said, it's not really a bad trailer. I do want to see this. So, it did its job. I want to see this movie. It's just, I'm not as hyped as I thought it would be, you know? Like with almost every Marvel movie so far, there's been some twist to it. Like, it's not just a bog standard superhero movie. The original Iron Man was a superhero movie mixed with corporate espionage. Thor was high fantasy. Captain America was a period piece, then a conspiracy thriller. Black Panther was sci-fi, Game of Thrones type thing, Fight for the Throne type of thing. It's like, in Guardians of the Galaxy was a space opera. Every Marvel movie has had something else holding it together. Like, it's a superhero movie and this. But This, well, I mean, the Avengers movies have always been sort of more straightforward about things, but I feel like they could have gotten away with it because you have so many other heroes interacting with each other and stuff like that. But this is just this is just a superhero movie, like with the complete dearth of superhero movies that we've been getting in the last 10 years. This is kind of boring, honestly. Like there's no real, so far at least, there doesn't seem to be any real twist to it. Like no interesting hook. It's just a superhero movie. It's probably not going to be bad, but it's like, unless everything like maybe Brie Larson, maybe if Brie Larson just completely knocks Carol out of the fucking park, if everyone is just on point, the story is really, really good, then I don't know, like maybe it could be good. But from what we're seeing right now, this seems like it's going to be one of the more forgettable Marvel movies, which is kind of sad because I actually like Carol Danvers. I think she's really cool, and I was looking forward to her having her own movie. So yeah, it was a little disappointing, but where to go but up, right? I'm still gonna watch this. It's coming out in March next year, so yeah. Well, I'm at No Mercy to Mad Hatter. I'll see y'all later.